Silver is a must-have in May. Unemployment skyrockets, 300,000 job cuts. All across social media, we're hearing reports that the economy is in shambles. We are inches from a complete collapse. Unemployment is skyrocketing. Job cuts are at an all-time high. In this video, I'm going to break this down and show, yes, silver, this silver that I'm holding in my hand here, this is an absolute must-have, particularly in this month of May as we await the closely watched employment and CPI reports. Let's start. Don't believe the social media pundits telling you of skyrocketing unemployment and hundreds of thousands of job cuts. This is from Yahoo Finance, and it says, U.S. labor market is still tight. Productivity falters in first quarter. This says the number of Americans filing new claims for unemployment benefits held steady at a low level last week, pointing to a still fairly tight labor market that should continue to underpin the economy in the second quarter. Now, this is specifically the type of numbers that we really need to see. Watch this. This says initial claims for state unemployment benefits were unchanged at a seasonally adjusted 208,000 for the week ending April 27th. Unemployment benefits were unchanged. This is what we need to see. I mean, we really need to dig into numbers when we're being told all of this flashy drama, especially on social media. Here's another. This is from Yahoo Finance. This says, stock market today, stocks climb as Fed rate hike fears fade. This article says, U.S. stocks strode higher Thursday in a calm after the Fed day storm as investors set aside rate worries for now to focus on earnings with the coming monthly job reports. The S&P 500 rose roughly 0.5%, while the Dow Jones gained 0.6%. Stocks are recovering from Wednesday's volatile session dominated by the wait for the Federal Reserve's policy decisions. So this happens every time that the Fed opens their mouth. The Wall Street responds. And this is showing us, this data right here, that yes, we are all nervous about rate cuts and specifically anxious about rate hikes. But even with that, Wall Street is showing positive results. So again, we're told one thing on social media. We see all these headlines with fire in the background, but really we need to look critically at exactly what's going on, especially as silver stackers when we are putting our wealth into this precious metal and we're at the same time trying to figure out exactly what's going on in the rest of this economy. Now, this here also shows strength. This is from Reuters, and this says greenback strength. Listen to this. Greenback strength to persist on delayed Fed rate cut calls. This is really amazing, and it really pertains directly to silver. This says a rallying U.S. dollar will stand resolute and may even trade more strongly than predicted in coming months if the policies of the Federal Reserve and other major central banks diverge. Recovering from a lull in late 2023, this says the greenback has shrugged off forecasts for dollar weakness from strategists and Reuters polls over the past year and is already up 4.3% this year against a basket of major currencies. I'm going to say that again. The dollar is already up 4.3% this year against a basket of major currencies. Now, this is so bizarre for us as silver stackers because typically when the dollar is strong, silver completely tanks. And we have not seen that. Silver is still holding strong. We've not seen a big correction in silver yet. And we really thought we would see this correction in silver weeks ago when silver was pushing toward $30 an ounce. And the dollar also then was showing strength. This article continues. It says, it is also more likely to trade higher than predicted rather than lower over the coming 3 months. So that's, again, strength in the dollar coming our way. It says, according to a near 75% margin of Forex strategists, I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to dig deep into all of these weeds of these numbers. But what this article is telling us is that, yes, the dollar is showing strength now, and we have a strong forecast that in the next 3 months, it will continue to remain strong. Now, what we need to see as silver stackers, by the way, if you're enjoying this video, please hit like, hit subscribe. It really means a lot. It helps to get this information out there. What we need to look at as silver stackers is historically, when the dollar is strong, silver completely tanks. And we've not seen that. We're in a new world for silver. This is so surprising and also exciting at the same time, because typically we see a strong dollar, we see strong treasury yields, and that makes silver completely drop down, but it's not happening. Silver is still remaining strong. So as this week unfolds and as next week unfolds, and we move toward that CPI data that we're going to see coming out this month, I see silver as continuing to get a boost going higher. And especially as we watch uncertainty unfold on college campuses throughout this country, whenever news media, mainstream media is showing signs of unrest, that always makes people go into precious metals. And that's exactly what's happening. I mean, when we see college students being hauled off with zip ties behind their back, that makes people feel uncertain. And when there's uncertainty, people go into precious metals. They want that safe store of wealth that we all want. And when that happens, we get a boost in price. So I absolutely see silver. Again, I'm not a financial analyst. I'm just a guy stacking silver, just telling you my opinion. I absolutely see silver pushing up to $30 easily. I think these coming weeks and by next month, we're going to see silver stronger than it has ever been.